What's up, you guys? This is Terrence Ross of the Orlando Magic, Human Torch, your boy, TRoss.
And this is Stephen Madison, a.k.a. Potsy. Come check us out on the TRoss Podcast.
Right now, you're listening to the Triple Overtime Show. Check it out.
From tip-off to buzzer beater.
Kickoff to Hail Mary.
This is Triple Overtime.
Welcome back to Triple Overtime, everybody. It's your host, Tiago, this week alongside Tony and Cliff, as usual. On today's show, we have two very special guests with us, obviously. Orlando Magic guard, NBA player Terrence Ross, and former Idaho College basketball player and alum, Steve Madison, both co-hosts of the TRoss Podcast. Fellas, how you doing?
What's going on?
Doing good, man. Just got fresh off watching my boy right here hop on the court for the first time.
Man, I feel like the season's starting, man.
The rest of the world thinks it is.
It's preseason, man. It's preseason. We're still out here.
Yeah, it's preseason, but they really only give us these games, like the scrimmage games, to just get used to like the rules that we have to. Like we have to sit. I don't know if you guys saw, but we have to sit like 4 or 5 feet apart. I'm like, what does it matter if we're already going to be in the game, touching each other, guarding each other, whatever? But it's just like a whole set of guidelines we have to kind of follow that we have to get used to, because we can't just like do the same things we used to do, just like run to the bench, sit down. Now we have to like wait for people to bring the bench out. We got to get our own water bottles. It's just a whole different process.
Adam Silver's just trying not to get those letters, man. That's all it is. He's just trying not to get those letters.
For sure.
You guys look like a European soccer team sitting up there, like the subs sitting up.
Bro, it felt like I was
deep, and I was like, "What's going on?"
No, it felt like I was playing overseas, man. I was like, we had that barrier in front of me, and I was just like, this is just different, and it's quiet. When I mean quiet, I mean like you could hear the other team whisper, bro. It's like it was a weird feeling for a little bit. I felt like I couldn't even talk on the bench. I felt like I couldn't say anything to the guy next to me just because I felt like, well, I mean, everybody's being quiet. I don't want to be the one guy that starts like yelling during the basketball game, so. I don't know. It's weird. It's different.
Being in this bubble.
Yeah, the bubble. This whole new layout they got for us, man. Still trying to get used to it. It's been a weird time, but I mean, it's not bad. It's getting better.
Well, look, I'll say this because before the bubble, watching the Magic and whatnot, Orlando, y'all were kind of hot.
Yeah.
You won 3 games in a row, 6-9, 8 of your last 12, and then boom, Corona. Obviously, you and Steve are both hoopers, so you guys understand that momentum is a huge part of basketball. So with that said, do you feel that you guys can get that momentum back, that you can kind of pick up where y'all left off? Because you guys were playing some of your best basketball. You and Michael Carter-Williams, actually.
Yeah. I mean, it sucks. It sucks that we had to take 100+ days off. And right when we were getting hot, right when we were starting to come together. I mean, but the beauty in that is, everybody's going through it. So it's all about who can, come together the quickest. I mean, yeah, it's going to be a little tough and it might be a little janky right now, but it's all about how fast we can, make improvements, adjustments, learn on the fly, and just kind of, be outside our comfort zone. Cause this is all different. Like, I mean, we're here. I feel like I'm at work all the time. I feel like it's constant work. And I know people just say, oh, you're just sitting there chilling. But it's just like, yeah, but I mean, I don't get to go home to my family. It's just, I think that part's starting to play a little bigger factor than I'm starting to realize. But I mean, it sucks. But either way, I feel like as a team right now, we're doing well. We're coming together. I think our practices have been very well, especially for the time we've had off. Guys are in pretty good shape. And I don't know. It's just it's gonna be a team thing about how we come together. So hopefully we can come together quick and kind of pick up where we left off.
Hey, for sure, man. For sure, absolutely. Hopefully that's the case. I mean, you were in Orlando anyway, so it's like every game's kind of a home game, kind of.
So that's the other thing. So like today when we played, you kind of feel like when you're gonna play against the other team, it's neutral, but they did a good job of making it like. The whole court is surrounded by like jumbotrons, this and that, screens, this and that. And so they're like, if you're an away team, they don't show nothing of your colors anywhere. Like we didn't see nothing Orlando Magic today, and it was pretty much like they had the home entertainment for like the Clippers that they with that what they would have at their home game. They pretty much brought that to where we were at. But It feels different, man. It's gonna be weird. It's gonna be weird.
Well, I tell you what, man. Speaking of weird, I know there's a lot going on with getting adjusted to this, with being in this bubble.
Mm-hmm.
So we gotta know, man, because we've seen some videos from J.R. Smith and some other dudes who kind of expressed concerns about the rooms, the schedule, the food. So we gotta know, man. Like, how's the food? For real, like be real with us right now. Like,
hey, I mean, it's hit or miss. It's not bad, but another thing that they're doing is, so they're allowing you can get your chef approved to kind of deliver food to you. So like, they have to go through like this whole process. It takes like 2-3 days, but if there's already a approved chef that one of your teammates is using, you could hit the chef up and be like, yo, could you make like an extra order for me and like bring me like a week's worth of food? So like now they're bringing like these big bags of food for certain players who got their own food from outside. So it's getting better, and they're starting to open up restaurants just on their property that we can go to. So it's not bad. But it's just like it's
like a luxury DoorDash type situation.
Yeah, you gotta wipe it down with Lysol wipes.
I mean, yeah, for sure. I mean, it's definitely DoorDash, but I mean, it just sucks because like when you cook in big bulk, like it's hard to like make food taste good. So since you cooking for the whole NBA, like I could see why some guys are like, it's hit or miss, but it's not too bad. I think we'll get through it.
I got a question for you guys as far as the podcast goes. We started this podcast back in January. I think we have a very similar kind of situation as you guys, except none of us are in the NBA or have ever hooped together or pretty much anything else that you guys got going on. The three of us have known each other for about 17 years. So we all, we get like the long-term friend, and you guys can kind of banter back and forth, and you guys feel very comfortable bouncing back and forth. Yeah. So we've already changed our thinking and our brand, quote unquote, several times over. How what do we see the future like? What's the plan for the pod? So for you guys, for both of you guys, is this something that you guys see like becoming big and like possibly like for you, Terrence, like something like after basketball that you even like pursue, or is it more like this is a hobby? We're quarantine bored. Like what do you guys see the pod becoming? Because we all three listened to the first 3 episodes, and like you guys are starting well above where we started. So you guys are already on like the track of to fly. So like tell us.
No, for sure, man. Yeah, go ahead, Steve.
Well, I mean, like you said, obviously with Terrence's like notoriety and our ability to like start off on a higher platform than majority of podcasts, because I've known a lot of people that have started podcasts, and it's like, okay, we have to drag in 50 people just to get it going. But with him, it's like he already has a huge following, and we're able to tap into that right away. And it did kind of just start as something we just wanted to do. But then we started to realize, like, what, if we're serious about this, we can just start building it slowly, getting, not just NBA players on, just getting the wildest people, like people that want to talk about the craziest stuff to us. Like, because like
from all walks.
We're huge into like conspiracy theories, or like having a doctor on, like having, a scientist on to, just
anything that's interesting.
Yeah, just to break this stuff down, and we can just ask questions. And so you don't have to go through. Like, we like to read crazy articles. Why not just talk to that person straightforward and have them explain it to us?
For sure.
And I think that would be interesting for people to hear.
No, for sure. And for me, I know that, like, even just the short time we've been doing this, it's challenging, but it's also rewarding, and it's fun too, because at the end of the day, that's kind of like, the reason why we kind of got into this is he put me on podcasts in the first place, and he kind of, like, listen to this or a Joe Rogan clip here, or a Joe Rogan clip there, but
Joe Rogan.
Yeah, oh my God, right? So,
how he starts.
That's how everybody starts. And
Joe Wild though, man.
But that's why we love it though. So like for me, I know that like it was just something interesting. It caught my attention, and the people he had on were all different, but they were all interesting in their own way, and it was just fun to listen, and it kind of got me thinking. And it's just kind of like a raw, uncut, like, like a source of information that you can get that's not, media or whatever. But for me, I know that with this, I was, Steve got me into it so much that I'm like, I'm halfway through my playing career. I could do this now, and I know, playing ball will help, the podcast grow a little bit. And then the next 6-7 years, it's like no telling where we could be if we just, stay with it. So I think for me, that's kind of a big thing. I kind of want this to be like a life after basketball sort of thing. So yeah, I mean, it's a perfect thing, and I feel like right now is perfect because everybody just knows me as a hooper. So hopefully this gets to, show the other side of everything.
Yeah, and it's kind of keeping you sane, I'm sure, at this point.
Oh, for sure. I mean, it's keeping me sane, but it's driving me crazy. Like, I'm trying to get my teammates on. I'm trying to get like Mo, Aaron Gordon, Fournier, and they're all like, yeah, I'm so down. Let's do it. Yo, we're all on the same floor, doors away from each other, but trying to get them into this little room to try to record is like pulling teeth. Like, I literally had to tell Mo, I was like, Mo, you want to do it? He's like, yeah, I'm all down. I was like, okay, cool. After practice, you want to do it? He's like, yeah, let's do it right now. I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to go put my, my gear in the hallway. I'll change and I'll come back. I do that. I'm sitting here waiting. And then he's like, oh, I got to go to the training room. I'm like, okay, whatever. The training room's right across the hall, so I'll just wait. And then after that, he kind of like, oh, I got to get a massage. I'm like, what? You got to get a massage? He's like, yeah, it'll be quick. Don't worry about it. Doesn't hit me for like 2-3 hours. So I'm just like, whatever, it's over. I don't even care. And then I hit him, no response. And then at like 9:30, almost 10 o'clock, he hits me back saying, bro, I just woke up from a nap. You ready to go? I'm just like, what? I'm like, all right, like, forget it. I'm not doing this.
We're 29 now, man. We're not 21. It's bedtime at 9:30, man.
I was like, I'm not up till 3 o'clock. And then he lives on the other side of the country. I was like, we're not, no, forget it. And then Evan, he's just like, yeah, I don't feel well. I was like, I'm just going to take a nap.
I'm 31 and both of these dudes are in their early 20s. So like there's been times where we'll record an hour and a half long episode at like 10 o'clock at night. Like, at the end of the episode, I'm just giggling. Like I'm just like, I don't even know what we're talking about.
Yeah, you're just like, it's bedtime. No, I feel you, man. And that's how a lot of these guys are. So getting them into this room is like pulling teeth, but hopefully I can get one or two of them. And I'm in the NBA bubble, so hopefully I can, snag a few more guys up and get them over here and get them on. So we'll see.
So, like, a quick question for both of you, since you pointed out Joe Rogan, and there's so many other podcasters on YouTube who have the video podcast experience, which is like so dope to always watch. Yeah. So, me personally, me from watching Joe Rogan, I look at him so much differently now than I did before. Because I didn't think that he was into these type of things. I just knew him as like an MMA guy or Fear Factor, whatever the case may be. Are you expecting that same thing to happen for you, like Steve and Terrence, like to people to see you guys from a different perspective? Because outside of the craft that you guys do.
I think that's exactly like kind of what we talked about at the start was like, Joe was doing UFC and that's kind of what built his following. But then it's like, look at him now. He's got like $100 million deal and he's interviewing. I mean, you look at the list of people, it's insane. And
it's A-list type list.
And I feel like that's kind of like how we want to grow into it and just do those type of things that he's been able to do. And obviously there's a ton of people saying the same thing that we're saying right here. And
for sure,
but as long as you keep like going along at it, like he's on episode, I don't even know what it is, like 1400 or something like that, which is insane to think about. But like, you guys know how it is. You slowly build that. And then some weeks it's low, some weeks it's high, some weeks there's more people, and you start to build it and something magical could happen out of it.
For sure.
I mean, like Joe Rogan is Michael Jordan of podcast. So, I mean, everybody wants to be the next great one. But, but hey, I just want to, I know us, we're constantly like our minds are bouncing all over the place. So I feel like, with this podcast, that will allow us the freedom to still, do what we want to do when we want to do it. So I'm anxious to see what this will turn into because I know at the end of the day, it's not always going to be one thing. It'll be some days like, Rogan has his episodes where it's just him and Eddie Bravo and they're all talking MMA for a whole episode. We might do episodes like that where, we might pull in a player who's been hot lately. We just talk to him about that. Or we might pull in another hooper and we just don't talk about basketball at all. But I mean, I think it's just that freedom that, it's going to be fun.
Sure, for sure. That's exciting, man.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, you guys definitely have the right concept in mind for what you're doing. And I mean, there's more than a couple of retired NBA players that have successful podcasts right now.
No, for sure.
I definitely like the way you guys are doing it, where it's not about basketball, but it's you guys are kind of unlimited. If you want to make an episode about basketball, it's about basketball. If you want to make one about PS5, you make one about the PS5. Exactly. Like I love it. Like and that's the freedom.
But that's the hard part. Is trying to keep that though. It's just like it's hard. It's easy to probably. It's probably hard to keep it so neutral that you can just talk about whatever, but it's just, I feel like it's probably going to be so easy as to kind of revert back to just basketball because that's just what we know. And that's kind of like, it would be easier for us, but I don't know.
I think about guys like all the smoke where it's like,
for sure.
If they don't have Kevin Durant on this week, they don't have a show. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
I feel you on that.
I mean, I don't know about that.
you get what I'm saying though, where it's
No,
like
for
you guys
sure.
have the
Where
freedom
it's
to
the
kind of just do
basis.
what you want.
I feel you on that, and I think that's going to be the interesting thing, how to keep that alive.
We have like, we even already have people lined up like an actor, because obviously Terrence is with CAA, which is a huge benefit to us, where they're one of the biggest, talent agencies, not just sports, but in all of entertainment.
Yeah.
And so it's able to reach out to people like even actors and like directors and music directors. And we have some of those people in line that are coming down, and those are the type of things that are really cool. Like you said, if we can't get one of his teammates on, then we can get someone else that's interesting that people would, take a shot and listen to and see what that person's all about.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Well, if you guys can teach Terrence what patience is though with this equipment and stuff, that'd be great too.
Yo,
if you guys can talk to him about that, please.
I can't, man. I can't.
I understand, bro.
Chuck it all the way out. It's like, oh, it doesn't work. We're done. I can't.
I will say this: you can ask Tiago did our editing for months.
Yeah,
months. He was the only one that did editing, and we all decided that we were gonna do like some Amazon stuff for our first set of mics. Oh yeah, because I ain't got the media for the magic on the line, bro. Like
it's trial and error. Yeah, I feel you.
Yes. So the first month, I'm pretty sure Tiago almost beat me with a microphone several times. But like once we started getting some quality material and some quality stuff, like so that like you guys' first episode was quality. You guys' first episode is our 15th episode.
Oh, for sure.
So you guys are starting out just because you already have you did the work. Yeah. Like you did the research. Like you even though you have the Orlando Magic media department to lean on, like she went and asked. You said, "Hey, what do I need to do?" So that's huge.
Yeah, man.
Like you guys don't understand. Like your trial and error is a lot smaller.
Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah. It's still so frustrating because I just want to like when you have that vision in mind and like you want to get there and you just feel like every little setback or it gets so frustrating for me. And I know he's just like, yeah, I know, but you gotta do this. And I'm just like, oh, okay. And I gotta like pump my brakes sometimes because like I just want to like
part of the fun part. Man. That's the journey.
100 miles an hour all the time.
Wait till you start listener counting. That's
man. It's already getting there. It's already getting to that point.
Man, you're looking at every. Okay, how many listeners we got?
That's what makes it seem like you're not doing enough. Because I'm like, okay. So what can I do else, or what else could I do to get just a few more listeners, or what else could we do there than that? So,
well, the thing about podcasting is that a lot of people don't understand is that podcasting is a slow grind. It's a slow game, and what you're looking for is not necessarily the quantity of the audience, but the quality of the audience, right? So it gets to real like we're looking for people like for your podcast, you will look for somebody who is both interested in sports, interested in life, interested in conversation, is not one-dimensional, right? Because sometimes you got athletes and people who are just athletes. Like
no, for sure, 100%.
Sometimes, right? They're just
100%.
athletes. Like they know how to pick up, play the ball, and that's all they do. But then you got guys like you and Steve who, y'all are, I don't even know if I should say this because I don't want to get sued by like Brown or nothing. But you're more than an athlete, right?
No, for sure.
You bring more to the table. So
I love the
when
LeBron
you find,
plug.
gotta throw that. That's my boy. But but if you find your target audience at that point, sky's the limit.
Yeah. That's what you gotta do. You gotta find that niche, man. It's like the league. You gotta find that niche if you want to stay. So hopefully, we can find ours.
Definitely,
for sure.
While we got the both of you, I definitely wanted to ask a little bit about, of course, how you guys first met, but even more importantly than that, then like you're both from the Oregon area, right? Portland,
Vancouver.
So we are from the East Coast. So y'all's hoop scene to us is like almost unknown. So like, I would like to know like what was y'all's experience like playing basketball on the West Coast like that? What was the hoop scene like for you guys?
I think it's a little bigger than people think it is. Like you get the talent out of Seattle and Portland and Oregon and Washington. It's a lot. You start listing these guys off and you're starting to think, whoa, these guys, there's a lot more better hoopers than people think. Like
Washington's tough.
Exactly. In Seattle. And especially like when me and Terrence were coming up in that, like when we were getting to our senior year, there was a lot of good talent in Portland also, just even in like our AAU situation and being one of the better teams on the whole West Coast. So people do definitely. Oh, there's so many tournaments. We come to the East Coast all the time. It's like, what? You guys are from Oregon? Like, where is that? Like,
I get that all the time. Oregon.
I think people don't realize it. Yeah, you have those guys like Kevin Love and Kyle Singler, and then you start going back to Damian Stoudemire and Terrell Brandon and guys like those that like led the way. But it's definitely growing more and more. You're starting to see younger guys too that are bigger notice now that I've definitely seen in the last couple of years.
I mean, it's people. It kind of flies under the radar, especially for me. I constantly to this day I get people to still thinking I'm from Seattle. Just got went to UW, and I'm just like, all right, well, not from Seattle. I'm from Portland. They're like, oh, really? Yeah.
Not gonna lie, I'm one of them. I
got it. Yeah, everybody.
Not even gonna lie, bro.
I'm just like, nah, man, from Portland. But still, I mean, if it was cool because we still got to play against like Cali wasn't that far. You play a lot of the West Coast guys, especially since you started to become ranked. And we also had like a few other guys that play like D1 on our school, like Potsy, Terrence Jones. We had a bunch bunch of other athletes that were playing, going to college basically. So we had enough to take us all over the country and play against other kids. But I ended up going to school on the East Coast, so I got to play like a little bit of both. And when I went to East Coast, much how you said like you didn't know much about the West Coast, like I was completely lost. I knew a few guys that were like, ranked top 10 in the country maybe, but like other than that, I was completely lost. So I mean, it's just different, man. It's no other like way to describe it. East Coast is just different than West Coast. Like just like the culture, the slang, the way they play,
everything.
So did you enjoy your experience at Montrose Christian? Did you?
Honestly, no, I did not. I did not enjoy it at all. Like it was awful. Like it was tough. Like it helped me, grow up as a kid, like a young adult, and it helped me, basketball wise. But just being far away from my family, I mean, not being able to see my friends and I didn't really know people out there too. So I'm just out there solo by myself 80% of the time. So I'm just hating it the whole time. And it was just different. And, I mean, the coaches, they weren't bad. I mean, they for sure did a lot of like janky stuff. Like they would try to hold like for real, they would only let certain schools like recruit me.
But you were committed to Maryland, weren't you? Because they're feeding you into that. Yeah.
Yeah. So I committed to Maryland my junior year because I only had like 4 schools sending me letters. And I'm just like, okay, this is weird. Like I knew I was like, top 100, top 50 player in the country. So I'm just like, all right, maybe that's, just what it is. And then I remember I went back to school for like spring break. And I remember just going, I think to see a bunch of friends like Stephen and them. And the principal pulled me over. He was like, yo, I have all this mail and letters for you in the back office. I was like, if you can take them home with you, that'd be great. I go back into the back room. I had like 2 black gallon bags of like just mail from every school in the country. So I'm just like, all right, something's not adding up. So when I went back, they were acting like, oh, well, we didn't know this and that and this and that. So my mom was kind of like, you know what? I don't feel like this is a good situation for you.
Bring them home.
Yeah. I was like, I'm going back home. And they tried to withhold my transcripts and they tried to do a whole bunch of janky stuff. So I was just, it was a crazy situation for me. So I left a bad taste in my mouth and I came back home. And then
that's the crazy side point because he didn't even play his senior year of high school and he didn't even play AAU that summer with us because you're like, mom didn't let you, I don't know why. You played like one tournament with us and we were like top, we were probably top 10 in the nation in AAU. And with him, we would have been. Yeah, we would have been.
You talking about?
Remember you put us on I-5 just for like one tournament at Evergreen. Showed up, and then we never saw you again.
Summer school. Then you get to
UW and you get drafted. It's crazy. Not many people don't play their senior year or play AAU.
It was crazy. But yeah, so it was just different, man. Just different lifestyle. But I mean, it helped, I guess, in the long run.
Looking back on it, you're like, yeah, I'm all right. But yeah, that.
I guess I survived that one. That was not too bad.
That's a crazy experience, though, man. Yeah.
Bro, it was so bad. I didn't know what was gonna happen. I was like, I really don't want to go to Maryland, but this is pretty much like one of the only schools that are offering me until I got back home and figured everything else out. So
that's crazy.
I'm glad I made it alive because they was trying to hold me back for real. And it's weird because that coach that did that, Stu Vetter, right, is his name. I remember seeing him at we were playing the Wizards And then I'm walking to like the team bus, and he's standing in the family section with like another player from a different team. He's like, "Oh, Terrence, oh, yeah." And I just looked down. I was like, "Get out of here, bro." I just walked off. I was like, "Get out of here." I was like, "He really gonna try to tell me to come over here and say hi?" I was like, "Bro, he tried to get me to sign a contract, a whole bunch of janky stuff." I was like, "Look, I'm not about to sign a contract." He was trying to get me to sign a contract to go to Maryland. I'm just like, this is not how this works.
Get out of
I was
there.
like, let me get out of here.
Crazy, man.
That's an answer I did not expect.
Man, apparently what he was doing was so any school that he would have a player recruited by, or any school that was recruiting one of his players, if he got that player to go to that school, they would give him like
money.
They would give
like a
him
referral system.
Like ACC tickets or whatever conference ticket or a conference play, and he would sell those tickets for hundreds of thousands of dollars to like boosters and all types of crazy. Yeah, man. So I'm just like, all right, it's all making sense. I can see why he was pushing Maryland on me so hard.
NCAA don't want to pay their players, boy. Anyways,
man, bro. It's all, I mean, everybody's making money off of us, man. I was just like, this is wild. Like,
that's when you realize it's a business.
Yeah, man. And for me, that was East Coast basketball. Yeah, and you realize it's a business, and
you're 17, man. You're in high school. It's crazy.
You don't. And we just don't know. Like you literally don't know. Like you thinking that the coaches have your best interest for you, and they're just they doing their own thing. And that's how it works, man. It's probably a ton of situations like that with kids all over. So. For me, that was my experience on East Coast basketball.
Dang,
that's tough.
That's not great.
Now you're living in the East Coast, though. Welcome to
Funny how it all turns around, and it's weird because I remember playing with Montrose. There was we ended up playing like Mount Verde Academy or whatever it's called, and I literally live 20 minutes from that school now. It is crazy how full circle everything.
That's a big time school, though.
Yeah.
It is.
That's where
Ben Simmons and
that's where Tristan's gonna go, huh?
We'll see. We'll see.
In fact, you guys are both fathers now, right? Or
definitely.
Yeah. Weird. It's crazy. It doesn't feel like that. It's weird because we've known each other for so long. We knew each other when we were kids. So now that we have kids that are pretty much almost the age we're getting, well, not really.
They're both going through that right now because I just had a baby. My wife just had a baby 10 months ago. So
congrats, man.
Thanks, man. Appreciate you. But like, they're both going through that, seeing me become a father when it's like,
and it's different. It's like, whew.
Yes,
it's surreal.
Changing before my eyes, man.
And you're like, I was drinking with this guy like, a year ago, and you're like,
and now he's got a child.
Life has changed. Yeah, it's crazy how quick it changes, and you don't even bat an eye. You're just like, yep, I don't do that anymore. I'm not. Nope.
Yep.
But even then though, even at like Tristan's 4th birthday when I brought my daughter down, it's like me and Terrence are sneaking off to get our drinks in and. Like we're the dads.
The birthday party, we're taking shots.
We're taking shots upstairs, trying to come back, then you just watch your kids play together, and you're just like, wow, man, like
wild.
This wild.
See, we're not there yet because I'm like the big brother here, so I'm definitely was the first one. So
yeah, don't worry. Hey, that's how it was for us. We were like the first to kind of have like kids in like our group of friends, but slowly but surely. Everybody has a kid now. Everybody has a kid. So it's like,
buckle up, boys.
Nah. We taking our time. We taking our time.
Take your time. Don't rush it, man. Don't rush it.
Yeah. The wife and I, we got married. We taking our time.
Oh yeah, and it's gonna happen when it happens. Like, for sure. And nothing prepares you to have a kid except for having a kid. Like you can't, there's no drills you can do to get ready for the long sleepless nights. Like
there's no practice, no conditioning. You just gotta do
practice. Like you can't get a dog and practice on the dog. No, it doesn't work that way. You just, it just comes as you just go as you go.
Big facts. Dropping knowledge bombs on people on the pod today.
So we gotta have the podcast.
That's what we gotta have.
You gotta drop the knowledge every now and then.
That's it.
I got one question for you.
Yeah.
Did you get your gaming chair yet?
Oh yeah, what? Got that the second day.
I was like, you guys talked about that on the game today. They talked about it during the game today.
Oh, they did. I didn't even catch it.
What you mean?
Yeah, they did. The announcer did.
They mentioned it. Yeah.
Yep, and then they talked about Vucevic and his whole Formula One, which we need to get that, man. We're tripping.
Yeah, Vuce has
he has the whole setup.
Bro, this guy won't stop playing Formula One. So what's the thing on Twitch where you play like the iLeague? It's like the iRacing League or whatever that is.
Yeah, I don't know.
So anyway, he's into that. Like, so he has like his steering wheel set up onto like his little desk, and it's weird because Vooch is like 7 foot, and these desks are like, bro, like They're tiny. So he's just hooked up into this thing. He's been playing it for hours on end. It's wild.
That's funny. I just got to make sure you're getting hooked up out there, man. That's all.
Oh, yeah. Hey, the Wi-Fi's great.
Hey,
strong.
My mother-in-law works for Disney, bro. You just one phone call. Like,
hey man, it's not bad. Hey, it's not bad. Like, I can't even lie. Like my room, I'm in like one of the team rooms right now to do the podcast, but my room is dope. Like my balcony overlooks a massive lake that has like an island in the middle of it. Yeah, and then and it overlooks like the Disney Tower or whatever, like the castle that has at the park. Oh, so like I really can't complain, bro. It's like I wake up early mornings just to stand and look at just look at the view. So
I love the description of that. Not too bad. Like I said, my mother-in-law works for Disney, so it's like I know
she'll know exactly what I'm talking about.
I know the name of that lake. I know the name of that castle.
Yeah,
like to hear this episode cry a little bit.
Hey, it's not bad, man. It's the only thing getting me through some mornings. So it's not too bad.
Happiest place on earth.
Yeah, for the most part. Yeah. It's
unless you bring a kid there. If you bring a kid there, and they're pissed. Yeah.
No, for sure. It's not bad though. They're trying to. It has like the feel of like the NBA 2K, like my neighborhood. Like we got the barbershop in here that just went up like in 3 days.
You got swags. You got swags in there. Can you go get they got jewelry? They got vendor jewelry.
Yeah, we got swags over here.
You got VC like that though? I mean, you got it.
Oh no, it's all in the house. The VC comes with the mission.
Can't ride a skateboard around though.
I heard they giving Madden early. Madden 21. So
okay, that's dope.
Get 2 of those.
Get 5 of those.
Get that.
Yeah, let's.
I try to get a tattoo artist for the bubble. I try to.
Oh, I heard about that.
Talk to the NBA.
I was about to say.
Yeah, I talked to the NBA. I talked to the NBA, to the front office. They had to run it by like the player association, but they voted no on it.
So I was happy.
Yeah, I can see why, man.
I can see why for sure. With that, I can guarantee you, it'd be a ton of dudes.
If you get but if you came out tatted and you said it was like 2K and you came out tatted, I'd be like, oh, he spent way too much VC. All the VC.
Oh, for sure. Guys are getting their hair braided. There's like 3 guys on my team that all got their hair braided. Aaron Gordon, Vic Law Jr.
Seen a lot of
everybody's. I almost got it braided, but I was just like, I'll wait. I'll grow it out a little bit more. J.I. had his hair dreaded up. He took it out today though. He takes his hair. His hair is always. He has like that whole Spartan helmet hair type thing where it's just like shaved on the sides with like that long. He has that thing going, so he braids it like every other day or gets it dreaded up, and it looks dope.
I'm just saying, like with COVID and everything, like getting a cut has been like the craziest thing in the world. And I know like as a dude, bro, you trust your barber. Like that's it. You trust your barber. That's your boy. Yeah, Cliff knows what I'm talking about. His dad is a barber. So are you gonna go to the NBA barbershop? Because I don't know, because you don't know if you know that dude. You know what I'm saying?
So nah, for real. And there's been a few guys, like, I know y'all seen that little Tobias Harris transformation when he had,
I don't believe it. That's Photoshop. That's cat.
That was rough.
I just saw him at breakfast the other day. I was like, yo, your cuz still looking fresh. Right. So I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I might get lined up if I like absolutely need to. I might get my beard and stuff trimmed. But for this, man, I'm growing it out anyway. I don't think I'm gonna let nobody touch this. Maybe like taper it in the back.
I play safe.
I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna play it safe for now. I'm gonna let a few more test dummies go and see how they turn out.
Vibe check on the fade. That's all you're doing, man.
Gotcha. Got to, man. Yeah, it's weird though. I don't know, but it's cool. I can't complain.
Facts. Hey, you guys talked about conspiracy theories, so we got a quick one. Couple quick hitters. What's the one conspiracy theory that y'all 100% believe?
Terrence, you want to answer that one?
Honestly, bro, I'm like, I've been in this rabbit hole since I've been into the bubble, and I'm like scared to talk about it, and I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it, so I'm going to defer to Stephen. Stephen,
they are listening. They are listening.
Go ahead.
I mean, obviously, one of the biggest ones on hand right now is obviously the Jeffrey Epstein and like the whole pizza game.
That is not a conspiracy.
There you go. There's your answer. There's your answer.
Y'all see the documentary? Y'all see the documentary on Netflix?
Yes, and then like the whole thing with the judge her family getting shot up the 2 days ago, and then the Maxwell stuff. It's getting out of hand, but. I mean, obviously, Pizzagate's been around for a while, but Terrence just got back into it, and I've known about it for 3 years.
But that's the thing, though. So he's usually at the root of like reason why I turn into like this crazy dude that goes down these dark, and then he won't even like he'll be like, oh, okay, sure, and he won't even like want to really talk about it, which makes me upset because I'm just like, okay, I have no idea. But I mean, at the same time, I don't know, man. I don't know. I have so many. It's hard. It's hard. But he knows all the conspiracy things I believe in, and that Jeffrey Epstein thing is real. Though.
So you guys on your first episode, you guys had a question about the moon landing. Did you get a chance to look into the moon landing?
Yes, I've definitely looked into that a lot.
Yeah, this is his field.
No, definitely the moon landing is something that I think it's so up in the air, and so many people we've talked about it a bunch before, and there's a lot of people have seen the documentary on Netflix talking about it. But it's just like interesting because you think like, would the government lie to us? That's like one of the big things that we're always talking about. And so it's the more
the government
like
tell us the truth.
In and of itself, sure. But I mean, we're talking about years ago.
And we've never been back. We've never been back to the moon, which it like blows your mind. Like, what do you mean? We have more technology in our phone than they did in 1970, like whenever the moon, when that was. So it's kind of like
they just disband NASA.
Yeah.
Space Force.
And that's another thing where they talk about NASA. They talk about NASA
Operation.
As one of the biggest.
I don't want to get into it. I want to get into it, but I don't want to get into it.
This is the most engaged Terrence.
This is
the most engaged Terrence has been this entire interview. He's like, bet. We're talking about conspiracy theories. I'm out here.
Because like with
It'll last like an hour.
Yeah, like conspiracy theory with me right now, like I want to get into it so deep, but it's just like I can't because it's like I don't want to sound crazy. I don't want to sound any of that. So I'm just gonna be like,
But that's the thing though. I've had more and more people recently talk to me about conspiracy theories, that people that were never into it. And I think it's like the climate of our country now, where it's kind of like people are starting to think like, you know what? Maybe they are trying to pull the rug underneath us and, tell us and show us things that, and, if like 10 years ago, people were like, no way. I'm like not even giving that the time of day. But now people will actually give it the time of day and actually do a little bit of research and start to think like question things like, well, this person died here, then what does that mean? And then you just start connecting dots, and then you're in the numbers game, and then you're blown away. Like 2 times 4 is 8, and you're here and then there.
Okay, Steve, hold on. Do you have like a top 3 conspiracy, like your favorite conspiracies?
Oh man, JFK is a pretty crazy one. I've been to Dallas, and that whole one is pretty wild. And you look at all the people that like died because of that trial, and that one's definitely up there.
Okay, but I gotta know now. Who do you think did it?
I don't think it was the guy that they pointed at. I was up in that room. Jack Ruby was the club owner.
That's the dude that shot Lee Harvey Oswald.
I think it was the mafia. It was the mob. It was the mob.
Lee Harvey Oswald.
All right.
Jack Ruby shot.
Me and Potsy in the same book. The
New Orleans mob.
Facts.
Because his brother, there's a whole documentary with his brother and how he got assassinated too. I mean, I feel like there's a lot more to that.
Oh yeah. Well, Terrence has talked to me about. You were talking to me about one of the JFK stuff the other day. One of his relatives that. Possibly died in the plane crash.
Okay,
and you were just spouting off to me.
JFK
lost for a second.
JFK Jr. The whole is he alive?
I love how stressed Terrence is.
I literally watched. So literally, what sent me into all of this was the Filthy Rich documentary. From that documentary, which was what 2.5 months ago, whatever it was. From that time to where I'm at now, it almost makes no sense how I started with this Jeffrey Epstein guy and to where I'm at now and just this rabbit hole. There's like, you would think there's no middle ground between the two. Yeah. And it's wild, bro.
It's like, Terrence, I'm gonna need you to flip your camera around. Do you have like a wall with like the thumbtacks and you just connected?
Fort Knox, do they have gold in there? That's another one. Terrence is gonna end up there too. If Fort Knox really has gold, that's another big conspiracy theory that I've dug into too.
Not only do I
it's just like the moon landing, man. They did it 30 years ago, and now they don't know.
This is gonna be so far fetched, and you guys are gonna be like, huh? But not only do I think that we have gold, I think that like we probably have more gold, like on Earth than there's probably anywhere else in like at least this solar system.
Yo, bet.
Which is far fetched, and you're like, how you even get to that? But that's a whole other thing. So
you're a big gold guy, huh?
I'm just gonna tell you my top 3 conspiracy things I've been going through right now. One, that's like top of the line is the
say it. say this.
I love what the bubble has done to this man.
This is pre-bubble.
Oh, it's torturing me. No, this is So I've been looking up.
It's just gotten worse since the bubble, though. For
the
sure.
Jeffrey Epstein thing. The Ghislaine Maxwell thing. That's one.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
2 is.
That's not even a conspiracy theory at this point. That's almost like generally believed.
I know.
Yeah, it's true.
Okay, so I'll say, I'll just say the other one. The other one is human cloning. I was gonna say 3. The human cloning is like a thing to me that's like blowing my mind, and it sounds so far fetched. But like,
you want to get cloned, boy? You want to get cloned?
I absolutely do not want to get cloned. I do not want to get cloned at all. It sounds awful, but I don't know.
That'd be a fun dunk contest, though.
Absolutely not. It is. Yeah, I'm telling you.
No, that's right. He called me the other day in like 2 hours. Where I'm sitting there just like shaking my head, like, yes, I've heard about clones, and he was just going so deep into it, just all different angles, all different ways.
Bro,
and
I am
trying to like
drowning in this conspiracy. I'm like with a freaking anvil around my ankles, like just sinking into this abyss.
Hey, look, just one quick question. Are y'all flat earthers?
No, I'm not. I'm not a flat earther.
Terrence?
I'm not a flat earth guy.
I don't think it's flat.
All right,
I don't think it's flat.
cool.
I don't know. It just seems like
I don't think it's flat.
But the way Terrence said that, I don't think he thinks it's round either, though.
Yo, facts. I don't know. I don't know. I've heard a whole bunch of different. That's something else I've heard a ton of different theories about. How
Have you spoke to Kyrie at all?
Kyrie says it's flat. Kyrie says it's flat. Is
I didn't want to get into that. I didn't want to get into it.
I don't know. I don't know. But it's tough.
if you can go one way and come all the way back around, it has to be. It can't be flat. That's what just my thought is. Traveling.
And that's the other thing. I don't think it's flat because like if you're standing at the beach and let's say a boat is going away from you, like eventually it's gonna get out of sight. No matter if you can see it with your eyes or you had a telescope or whatever, like it's gonna go. Or it's gonna like go over that, that curvature of the earth. Like it's gonna start bending.
We have
see it.
like satellites.
That's like it's.
I just, I don't know. We have we see it.
No, for sure.
Yeah.
But do we though?
But so
Do we?
the biggest thing that the whole controversy over everything is just the fact that for me is just we haven't seen it with our own eyes. It's not like we all been in space and just like, okay, that's Earth.
Elon Musk is gonna get you up there, man.
So it's just weird.
Facts.
We pretty much taken the word of government and everybody else that's already lied to us forever. So now I don't know.
Exactly.
Once you take this little red pill, you don't ever come out the same. And I think I just took it. So everything to me is in question.
I agree.
Just like the simulations, bro.
I need to get some freaking clarity about something soon because like if I don't, I'm gonna be done.
Let me ask y'all real quick this because my wife was talking to me about this. TikTok. That whole thing with that conspiracy, is that
what the Wayfair?
That's real. That's real.
No. That's another one.
No. That's another
That's
one.
wild
That's a
too.
different one. That's a different one.
You see where I'm at with this, bro? I gotta stop.
Nah, I was deep in the Wayfair thing too for a while. I did a whole other episode.
All right, I'm gonna ruin Terrence. You know how many conspiracy theories there are about Disney World?
A lot.
Yes.
You're welcome.
Yes. There.
You need to look.
I know two of them. I know the ghost of Walt Disney walks around at night. That's one. And then
there's a whole book about that, and then like there's a movie about it.
Like, where he just be walking around, and then the other one was like the executives that went on the what is it called, Leota Express, whatever. Then that thing, which is to me mind-boggling. So I don't know.
I'm just saying you're gonna go down that rabbit hole, and then you're just not gonna be able to sleep.
Don't do that to that man. He got 8 games.
Don't do that to him,
I
bro.
think I'm past that though. I think I'm so far past like just that aspect of what I'm looking into now, which is, and Stephen knows, I'm not going to say it now, but he knows like where I'm at in this whole like depth chart.
I love it. Like Steve knows. And then Steve's just like mad calm. Steve's just like,
He doesn't sleep as it is anyway, so don't worry about it.
I've not been sleeping well. It's not been, I gotta stop.
Resort life.
My wife is getting mad at me. I feel like I'm holding my breath all day trying to not say anything about this.
Wild, man. Wild.
Got your wife on it too? She's posting stuff too?
I told her that I had to tell her.
You got her all over.
Yeah, my wife she used to be like, okay, you need to stop looking at this. And now a month later, she's starting to post like these weird things on her story. Kind of like, her little, she's starting to wake, that little, she's waking up. Yeah. Taking down the deep state.
That's it, man. That's wild. I had no idea.
That's a good wife, though. Let's be real here. That's a good wife.
She keeps me grounded.
She said, he might be right. He might be right.
Yeah, I mean, once.
Once. There it is.
That's it.
For me, Stephen, I got to know the backstory on the nickname.
Oh man, we haven't even really talked about this. But
why Terrence making that face? Is it that bad, Steve?
It doesn't make any.
No. It's really not that bad.
And all fairness, I wasn't there when this nickname was given to me.
No, you weren't even there
because I didn't. When I ended up,
play.
I was confused when they told me who Potsy was. I was like, "Who's that?" And when I saw him, I was like, why in the hell do y'all call him Potsy? And I was just
So we're actually in Akron. We're playing in the LeBron James Shooting Star Tournament, and the person that owned our team was I-5 Elite Ime Udoka, who coaches for the Sixers. And so we're sitting in this hotel room with like my AAU coach, Ime's sister, because he was still playing for the Spurs at the time. So we're watching them in the playoffs, sitting there. And back then, I just had like, I didn't know what a haircut was. I was one of the only few white dudes on the team. I just had this fuzzy, like, nasty looking. They say, just look like I took a helmet off. That's what my hair looked like. Just sweaty, just helmet, just fuzz everywhere.
Yeah, he didn't have this where he has now.
No. Where he likes to try to call me Gordon Hayward all the time. But we're sitting there, and he's like, "Man, you look like Potsy." I was like, "Who is Potsy?" And he's like, "Potsy off Happy Days." And I'm like, "What?" And then I like looked him up, and he's just wearing a cardigan, just like doing this funny face. And it didn't even look like me.
It doesn't look anything like Stephen, but the nickname stuck.
But it's stuck. And then it just like grew to like pots and pans, mozzarella sticks. Like he calls me.
Oh, it's bad.
It's bad. Like there's just
pots and pans, McGrands, mozzarella sticks.
And the crazy thing is when I ended up transferring to Jefferson, and that's where Terrence was at school and left and came back, and everybody was introducing me to everyone. They're like, "Oh, this is Potsy," and like people in my class would be like, "Call me Potsy," and then like I can't remember. It was like 2 weeks in, the teacher was like, "Stephen," and they all looked like, "What?
Who the hell is
Stephen?" And I'm like the only white dude in the class too, and they're like, "Who the hell is Stephen?" And they'll look at me like, "You're Stephen?" I was like, "Yeah, Stephen."
This sounds familiar, doesn't it? Cliff?
Oh boy.
Yeah, all right. Well, see, I too have this identity crisis. Right? So I am the third, right? I'm Clifford the third. So all my close friends and family usually call me Trey, but when I'm at work or when I was in college, everyone calls me Cliff, which is my first name. But like if you're around me and you say Cliff, I'm not gonna respond to you. Like you're talking to my grandfather. It's like, who is that? So yeah, when doing introductions, they'll be like, I'll introduce myself and I'll like trip up and say like, "Oh, I'm Cliff." They're like, "Did you like forget your name?" I'm like, "Nah, see, like it's a thing where I got to be able to separate how I know you."
But still though, it all makes sense. It all makes sense. Like Trey 3, okay, you're the third Cliff.
Yeah.
There's just.
But now Potsy though,
one day it never went away.
But Potsy's kind of a Flames nickname though. Like,
yeah, I mean I like it. It flows.
It is. I mean,
have to
a lot of
say
people like, "Oh, he just."
Potsy. You say it over and over. You're like, it kind of does stick.
What was even crazier is, remember, I hit you up to get, I hit up Terrence to get Lorenzo Romar's number to talk to him, because I've been coaching, and I just wanted to talk to him about college basketball coaching, and I hit him, and he was like, he kind of forgot. I haven't seen Lorenzo in a bunch of years, and he was just like, "You're Potsy, right?" He's like, "Stephen." He's like, I didn't recognize the name when you texted me, or like I left a message, and he's like, "Stephen." And even just someone like that, like a head coach of a college team that big, was just like, "You're Potsy, right?" And I'm like, "Oh man, it's still sticking. It's still sticking. It's there. It's there."
Alive and well.
There's about 9 times an episode where me and Tiago call him Trey, and then we have to edit it out and say Cliff again. And then every time we're like, "Why can't you just go by Trey?" Like, why? For 17 years I've called you Trey. Why is this right now?
When we started the podcast, I can't tell you how infuriated I was that he wanted to go by Cliff, because the name of our podcast is Triple Overtime, right? My name's Tiago, his name's Tony. He could have been Trey, so his Triple Overtime is 3 OT, and he's like,
Trey, yes.
"I want to be Cliff today." Yeah, like you just want to be Cliff today. I know you my whole life, and Trey, you want to be Cliff.
All right.
Call me Cliff.
Today?
Hey, I'm sorry. Hey, I had to go against the grain. I'm sorry.
I know how it is though, because I it's hard for me to call him Steve or Steven. It's just,
and we talked about it at the start. I was just like, man, we might as well just embrace it. Just use Potsy. You call me that. It's like weird for you to even call me Steven or Steve, because it's like it's
not natural.
It's not natural.
You're a good friend, man.
And like even that, we're in the process of rebranding. Also, probably trying to switch our name and get it right.
You're a good friend, bro.
I got
You're
you.
a good friend.
Yeah, you're amazing. You're amazing.
Don't be like this guy. Don't be like this guy. Just be like, it'll be easier on you if you call me the same thing you've been calling me for years.
Thanks. I seen on your cover art that it was like Steven. I was like, okay. I know exactly what's going on here. I know exactly.
But it looks good.
Exactly.
Man.
Yeah, Potsy sounds better though. My son calls him Potsy, so it's sticking.
Potsy's definitely a slap.
Uncle Potsy.
Yeah, besides everyone thinks that you're just smoking a bunch of weed. That's the other thing, is a bunch of people will just hit me like, why do they call you? Like, especially older people that don't really like get it. They're just like, what are you just smoke or what? I'm like, nah, that's not why I got it. I got it from Happy Days. You see them. You
seen them.
I haven't seen them. You seen them.
Oh man. All right, wait. So I wanted to ask y'all some like entertainment questions because I know I heard in the first episode you were like you listen to everything and you're into movie soundtracks. I heard that right. Like you're into movie soundtracks. Like you'll just put on the.
This guy sent me the Westworld. You know Westworld from HBO.
Yeah, yes.
I don't know if you guys have heard that.
Wait, relax.
This guy sent me that like 100 times.
I
put you on the show, but you kept sending me the soundtrack. Just that like ominous
like,
soundtrack.
They got
exactly.
I mean,
no words. This guy will listen to no words for
him and my wife will be best friends. Yesterday, I'm making dinner. My wife walks in. She puts music on our speaker and literally goes, "You know what movie this is from?" And I'm like, "No, this is from Inception." Oh, thank you. Like,
oh God, yo, I had the whole. What's the guy's name?
Hans Zimmer.
Hans Zimmer. I got a whole Dark Knight. Whole bunch
Christopher
of
Nolan vibes all day.
All day.
Yeah, one of my favorite directors. And what other movie? It's another film he did. Interstellar.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, Interstellar.
I'll give you the Interstellar one though. That one's pretty.
God.
Do you have a favorite? Do you have a favorite? Like at the top.
Like at the
that's
top?
the one.
Of just Hans Zimmer or just
we can just do Hans Zimmer. We could do Hans Zimmer.
Hans Zimmer. Right now I would say Mountains from Inception. Not Inception. Interstellar. Yeah, when they realized the waves were the waves.
I got you.
Yeah, that was
great scene too. Yeah.
Favorite director though?
Quentin Tarantino.
Oh,
we are best friends. We are best friends. We are best friends.
Yeah, it's probably gonna be Quentin.
Oh, all right.
We got a lot of same tests.
Wow, y'all should
I'm
not have said
I'm
that.
a movie buff. I know.
What's your favorite Tarantino?
He's bigger
film?
movie buff than me. He's definitely a bigger movie buff.
Bro, he doesn't make movie. He makes films.
He makes films. What's your favorite film?
He makes mine.
What's your favorite one? It's hard to pick one, but if you had to,
nah, bro, you can't pick your favorite song. You just you have. For me, I can go by directors. I can go by years maybe or eras, but like I don't know. I like Quentin Tarantino. I like Christopher Nolan.
David Fincher.
But music, this guy gets crazy with music. He'll send me some heavy metal stuff, and I'll be like, I love heavy metal. Just listen to the beat. Just listen to the beat. I'm like, what? I can just slam the trash cans. That's what it sounds like.
Snare drums, the little double kick bass thing.
I
love it.
Kick bass. You have no idea what you're talking about.
I'm so sad that I understand all of this.
Yes, I love all that, man.
No, you're by yourself. I don't listen to it. I just know what you're talking about.
By myself, I was saying I love it. Every day is something different.
That's dope. That's what's up. Look. You could say Tony's gonna say whatever he wants, but we were talking the other day about how we were banging to that Hamilton soundtrack. Like,
oh man, I haven't seen it still.
I have no idea what Hamilton is. I keep seeing.
Bro, you gotta watch it. You gotta like for real, like 100% on Rotten Tomatoes. Y'all gotta watch it tonight. Y'all gotta watch it tonight.
No. Hold on. Time out.
It sounds boring.
I'm not gonna do it to you. I'm not gonna do it to you like this. I'm not gonna tell you have to watch this tonight. It's a musical.
I will. It's mad.
And it's a play. Like it's just a dude with a camera watching a play. So if you ain't into that,
nah. You can't say it like that. So like basically picture like the American Revolutionary War, but like if like
but like a play.
No. But if like instead of like George Washington, you had like Kendrick Lamar or something like that. You know what I'm saying?
I'll give him that. I'll give you that. It's Alexander Hamilton, but it's like
picture Kanye in the Revolutionary War.
Yeah,
wait,
I don't want to do that.
This is gonna be a stupid question. Is that the deal? It's like the British are coming. The British is that somebody else?
That's Paul Revere.
Well, it's Paul Revere.
Paul Revere.
Same
Got
concept
it. Okay.
kind of thing. Yeah.
One light, two lights.
Yeah.
Two lanterns.
Something like that.
But he's a whistleblower essentially.
Yeah.
Basically, yeah.
But not
literally, he's known for being a whistleblower.
I can't. That sounds awful. That sounds so boring. Why is everybody
it sounds terrible.
Lead you wrong. Like it's amazing. Do it.
I will say this: it's the fact that they did the American Revolution into like hip hop. Is like that's
so it's an actual thing because when he said George Washington and Kendrick Lamar, I was like, I can't even begin to
put that
those
together.
Are two different. Those are such different people.
The dude who wrote the whole play, because the whole thing's musical. There's not a single piece of exposition in the play. It's literally just music. That's the music tells the whole story.
I mean, but they're rapping.
The guy who wrote
they're rapping.
Yeah, but the guy who wrote the play is a hip hop writer. So the whole play is done hip hop R&B style.
Lin-Manuel Miranda.
So
I'll have to check it out.
yeah, it's
I'll
very
have to
interesting.
watch
It's
that.
interesting.
Hamilton tonight at 10 o'clock by
You
myself.
do it, man. It's like 3, bro. Do it.
Glass of wine.
Look, call Steve. Y'all can do it on call us. We'll watch it with
Conspiracy.
you. I mean, it's mad good.
Conspiracy
We will
theories
see.
about Hamilton. Like,
I'll jot it down. I'll jot it down because I keep seeing it. Even when I turn the TV on, it pops up like on the main screen or like the default.
that's because you're a
whatever
Oh, yeah,
page.
Disney
That's
Plus.
'cause you're
Oh,
a
yeah,
Disney.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
Disney,
Thing, right? Yeah, it's like, oh, Hamilton. I was like, no.
Nah, yeah, no, thank you.
Watch it.
It's like,
You and Steve. You and Steve.
All right,
You and Posse
okay.
could thank me later.
I'll check it out. I'll check it
Yeah,
out.
watch 3 a.m. I'm gonna be sending you the soundtrack.
Don't be peer pressured.
You're gonna look into something about Hamilton from back in the day and like, oh, I dive deep into that.
I
and
can't
get
handle
totally
it.
off topic.
There's some stuff about him,
Bro,
too.
there's some conspiracy theories about it. Like in the play, like they bring it up. So got you. I got you. I'm just out
See
here
if it can
hitting all your interests.
capture my
bro.
attention. We're gonna see. I need something else to watch, man. I got nothing but time in here.
You guys, all
Nothing
right.
but
So
time,
this is
man.
probably like a stupid question, but you guys are from Portland. Do you watch Portlandia?
Yes, I actually had that soundtrack on my phone.
Yeah, you're wild.
Like,
You are
I love
wild.
that.
That's
I haven't
crazy.
watched
It's
much
a-
of that actually.
It's a great show, bro.
Yeah, I actually enjoy
it's
it a
funny
lot.
because the two actors,
That
the
Fred
actor and,
Armisen?
and the actress, they both come to
Yeah,
something like
I
that.
think
Yeah,
so.
they both come to a ton of Blazer games. So I see them like most
Oh,
of the
that's
time when
right,
we
that's
play
right,
there. I'm
yeah.
like they're sitting courtside. So
That's
they're
dope.
like, you guys are real Portland people. Like it's a thing. I thought it was just a TV show. They're living the life.
That's dope.
Just-
That's dope
I love that show. Though. It's super funny.
for sure.
And Steve, actually, they filmed a couple episodes literally up the block from our school.
That's crazy.
really
Yes.
That's crazy.
off Deacon.
No, chill.
Quick
Relax.
football question. Seahawks fans? Y'all Seahawks fans?
Yes, me, big time. Terrence hates it, but he's not.
Yeah, he's a big
above-
Sean Alexander guy.
No, yeah. Ricky Waters, man.
No.
Nah, but,
Ricky
I'm
Waters. Oh my God, we're getting throwback.
Nah, I used to. I was born in Seattle, so it was. Yeah, my dad I grew up being huge all Seattle Mariners, Seahawks, UW, all that.
What about you, Terrence? You were real quick to say no.
Yeah, I wasn't.
So who you?
I wasn't.
Well, he had a bad experience. He lost to us by 60 in football, so he just ended his football.
We're
loving
both living in Oregon. What are you talking about? That has nothing to do with my hate for Seattle. Relax. No, honestly, growing up, I was really just when I was like a young kid, probably like 4 or 5. My whole family was like Chicago Bulls fans because of Jordan. And then once he retired, it kind of because I grew up in LA, so I was a huge Laker fan and like a big Kobe fan. So those were I didn't have any other favorite teams besides just the Lakers.
Okay.
Not any other favorite basketball, football, baseball, anything. I only like the Lakers. When anybody asks me, what was your favorite team? Oh, just the Lakers. We're talking about football. Yeah, just the Lakers. Yeah, that's all it was.
I
for me.
respect that so much. Yes, for sure. I understand.
Yeah,
He gets annoyed at me. He gets annoyed at me when I talk about like football and other sports.
that's
You gotta
that's
talk
why.
to the Seahawks, man. They gotta show
It's
Russell
true.
Wilson some. They need to show him some love, man. I feel like he's underappreciated out there.
Man. They're getting AB. They're getting
Hey, let's
AB,
do it.
man.
Let's
They're
do it.
getting
You know,
AB.
I
He
hear
retired
hear
as of 2 days
rumblings.
ago.
Yeah, he's
Hey, but there's no
over with
telling
that.
with AB, bro. He's gonna be back.
He'll be
You
back.
don't-
He'll be back. Hey, it's gonna be another Patriots thing where he'll play like 1 or 2 games, and then all of a sudden,
I
he
hope
just
not.
No, sir. Let's
I'll be.
no
I hope he comes to
negativity.
Tampa. Come to Tampa.
hey.
bro. I live in Tampa.
I'm going to those games this year. I'm gonna make the drive.
I live near Tampa.
Make the
I don't.
drive.
Oh, yeah,
So
bro.
you're gonna feel the craze right when it pops off.
25 minutes away from
Oh,
the
yeah.
stadium.
Oh yeah, we're
Yeah.
all in Florida, by the way. I forgot there's the East Coast.
Yeah.
I
So
work in
yeah.
Tampa,
I'm
so.
like 30 minutes from like I said, my mother-in-law works at Disney, so that tells you how close we are because I live like 10 minutes from her. So
Yeah, you're a true Floridian.
yeah, facts. But yeah, I'm not. Don't bring AB to Tampa, bro. Like what?
I mean, it's Florida.
Bro.
Like, where else will he go?
Yo, wait. So your favorite team, the Bucks,
Yeah,
and you're talking about don't bring AB to Tampa?
Facts.
He can
Exactly.
only
Yeah.
help. He
Come
can
on.
only help.
Come on.
He can only help.
help what? Oh, I could do
Brady
this- I could
throwing
do
to
this all
somebody
day.
besides
I could do this all
Gronk
day.
and Mike.
Wait, hold on. The Gronk thing with the 95 on Madden
That's
now.
bonkers.
Wild.
That they gave him that over so many people.
Relax. He had that extra 2-3% attribute adjustment is because he's linked up with
He
Brady.
played in like
That's
3
why.
But there's so many
years.
other
Like,
players.
what's going on?
He's higher than Lamar Jackson overall.
He's
Bro,
higher than like Alvin Kamara. Even just him. He's an
Deshaun
88. It's like, come on.
Watson. I mean, the whole Madden thing has been
Alvin
like,
Kamara.
anything.
Alvin Kamara's last year wasn't. I can't give him.
I don't
can't
know,
give him
man.
higher
Gronk
than a
to
90.
me,
But I don't think Gronk.
one of the
I'm just saying
best.
I don't think Gronk.
He's
is,
one of the best.
I-
Bro.
I-
I'm sorry. He's a 95 because
Jeez, you're a Gronk truther now? Is that what this is?
I'm a Gronk truther. I'm just saying, if you even put him on the other team, yeah, I'd probably give him 85, 88 to 85 rank. But he's with Brady that you can't recreate.
Who's
Running
your
the
best
max.
tight end in the game though? Right now,
George Kittle.
fair.
Yeah.
No Kelsey love.
Yeah, one of those. Him or Kelsey.
Yeah.
Him or Kelsey.
No, George.
I'd say Kelsey is close to second, but George Kittle's a better blocker.
Yeah, that's the only thing.
So he does everything that. See, yeah, I like basketball, but I love football. So we're in my bag right
Okay,
now.
yeah. So break it down. Got it. Break it down.
But like Travis Kelsey is a great receiver and he's a good blocker, but Kittle can do everything Kelsey can do and then block better. So he's a big piece of why they're.
That's a big part too.
He's a big piece of why their run
That's
game's
a
so
big part.
successful.
No, for sure.
Kittle's probably faster too. He gets that ball in the open field.
Kittle-
It's hard to
Kittle
catch.
gets-
Yeah, I was gonna say that. I didn't know. I didn't want to be
I
like.
think he's.
Kittle gets
You're
yacked.
wrong.
I think
Yeah.
he's stronger. I wouldn't say he's faster.
Yeah.
I think they're both very fast because they both can move really well for big guys. But I think his ability. I mean, like we saw that. What was it in Seattle last year? Was it in Seattle where he got a face mask? They had 3 dudes on him, and he still got like
Yeah, I do
12
remember
yards.
That was rough.
Crazy. I think he doesn't make business decisions. He doesn't make that. I'm about to get tackled, so let me not blow my knee out and just go down. Like he's like, no, I'm gonna get these yards. Like
That's a savage way to think, bro. Especially in football. Oh,
Facts.
Yeah.
He's a blocker.
I
too.
couldn't. Yeah, bro. You're taking a lot of punishment at that size and to be dominant. Yeah, I can see why Gronk was like, I need a few years off.
yeah.
For real.
I mean, Gronk was very similar, but the thing is, Gronk isn't as fast. Gronk's got hands like he's got those Jerry Rice hands, and I mean, like that
All
sounds like a hot take, but like that man can catch anything.
Okay, I got a question for you. What do you think about Aaron Hernandez? Would he would have been better than Gronk, you think?
Ooh.
No, and I'll tell you why.
No?
No,
but I'll tell you
way.
why. I think he's so how much. I mean, they suck right now, so nobody really watches them.
Yeah.
But Evan Ingram on the Giants,
Yes.
Yeah.
that is Aaron Hernandez 2.0.
Yeah, same thing.
Really?
Yeah. So
Fast with good hands.
good hands, but big enough to be a tight end. But he's actually small enough that he can line up wide and it'd be fine.
And then still get off.
See, but I feel
that's
like
Aaron
the question
Hernandez.
better is a little bit loaded because are we talking about better talent wise or are we talking about better production wise? Because if we're talking about production, Aaron Hernandez was like
Aaron Hernandez was a beast.
Oh,
He-
absolutely,
hey, bro.
absolutely.
I don't know.
But I think
I don't know.
what they do is different. That's what I'm saying. So like Gronk, you line up at tight end and you have him run the seam route. And the reason you're having him run this, we talked about this last week on our podcast, actually.
because he's probably bigger than the linebackers.
Well,
and
he
everybody in
pulls
the middle.
the
And he's
linebackers and the safeties
Yeah.
up. And so that's why Edelman's
Okay.
been so successful the last few years because
Just
he's sneaking underneath
slants.
him.
Mhm.
And which is why Edelman was pretty unsuccessful this past year because they didn't have anybody to take that middle piece of the defense up. Versus Aaron Hernandez is going to be kind of
unsuccessful. It's just
quote unquote unsuccessful. Yeah. Okay, calm down. Calm down. Calm down.
I'm just
over there.
saying. I'm just saying. If we ever have him on as a guest, I don't want the tape. I don't want this tape. That's all I'm saying.
This is Barack over here. he's always checking us. No,
That's why I run IG. That's why I run.
Yeah, facts. I think Gronk does that. What Gronk does for like Edelman and the other tight ends and slot receivers is what Aaron Hernandez would do for the wideouts. So where he could go over the top and they could run like a deep cross underneath him or something like that because he's pulling the safeties up, or vice versa, where you have a like Antonio Brown running deep on the outside and you have somebody like Aaron Hernandez, Evan Ingram, kind of running like a post or a flag route on the out.
Post corner.
Yeah, it's like a post corner, but it's a concept. I can't remember the name of the concept, but you get what I'm saying. Where you're,
definitely. Hey, you see that Jonas Valanciunas Travis Kelsey picture though?
it's the same guy, bro. It's the
pretty
same guy.
wild.
I literally
talking about
saw
phones.
Jonas at the pool the other day and told him, I was like, Travis Kelsey, nice to meet you. And he started laughing.
Conspiracy
Get Jonas
theory
on.
number
That dude's a
5.
fool.
Conspiracy theory number 5. Right?
Never seen those guys together, huh? Yeah.
Cloning.
Jonas is a big guy, though.
Human cloning.
Jonas
Travis
is huge.
Kelsey is like, what, 6'6"?
He's 6'6", yeah.
Yeah.
Yo, Jonas is a big guy, bro. And he moves like a big, like Paul George and Kevin Durant, they're both like, from like 6'10" to like 7 foot range, but they move like guards, like they walk.
Yeah.
This guy moves like he's 7'9", and he just like chest out, just arms.
I don't know, dude.
Like,
I'm 6'5".
stomping steps.
I'm 6'5". I met Travis Kelsey a couple years ago at the Pro Bowl because it's in Orlando, and he's a little bit taller than me, but like, I mean, I'm 250, and I mean, like, I felt like a small child next to this man. He's 240.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Man,
like he's just like he carries that 240 just all on his shoulders and chest. Like I mean, this dude's just yoked.
Yeah.
3% body fat.
Hey, yo, Terrence,
Stuff like
have
that.
you
It's
seen
wild.
Bo like walking? Because that dude is huge.
Wait, I don't think the Nuggets are staying here.
I thought he played today.
Man,
Oh, really?
Yeah, they
He
played
did.
today.
He looked crazy out there.
He played
He was-
the Wizards. I didn't know if you saw him around campus or anything.
Yeah, he was
but
balling.
He just looks large. Like
He looks fake.
Just late, like he has extremely long arms and he looks like a stick person out there, but he moves so well and he's like very fluent, bro.
Yeah, he was
Like,
balling.
two guys can move like that.
Kevin Durant out of college. That's what he looks like.
Nah, this dude's nah, bro. He's lankier and like skinnier than KD. Like this,
He's like 7'1" though, isn't he? He's
Joints.
Bo's tall, man.
Yeah.
He's a tall.
He's a
dude
tall
out there.
guy and he moves weird. Like you don't expect him to just like fold up and release the jump shot as quick as he does. So.
Yeah, his jumper's
That-
weird. It's weird to watch. It's really weird,
different, right? Yeah, it's wild. And it's, I mean, but hey, he's knocking them down.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. Well, while y'all still here, for the both of you, since you've had careers in basketball, who was for each of you? Who was the one person that like just lit you up? You just didn't expect like it was like it was like a oh okay, that's what we doing today type moment.
Like
Like
didn't expect?
yeah, like it just caught you off guard. Like wow.
Probably the first time you played me, huh?
Absolutely not.
Oh,
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
All right.
Absolutely
That's
not.
the best. That's the best response I could have asked for.
Terrence having AAU 7th grade flashbacks.
I got two people in mind. First was Klay Thompson at WSU.
Okay.
Wait, you weren't
He-
expecting him to light you up, or
Oh no, you're saying okay. Actually, that's true. Okay, I guess it not expecting to light me up was Jeremy Lamb. He wasn't highly recruited at the time, and we played them in the top 24 Nike event, and their team wasn't even like that big known as like Georgia Stars. I mean, they were known, but they weren't highly ranked. And man, I had trouble guarding him. I still had a good game, but that dude really lit me up. He must have had like 30.
Dang.
Oof, it was.
I think I had like 25,
You 30?
and we ended up winning. But
Okay, I'll take 25 in the dub. We'll
yeah, it
take
was a
that.
25.
5 in the dub and a -5. Yeah, okay.
I think that one of those games I had a tip in. It might have been that game I had a tip in to win it, but he was something else.
Terrence definitely gets that coaching. Like he just heard that. Oh, you got a
I don't
-5? He was quick on it too.
Numbers guy.
Yeah.
Numbers guy.
I don't know, man. That's a hard question. I don't know. That's
I
tough.
mean, you could say it,
I
Terrence.
play so many basketball games. It's very hard to just to pick the time where you just surprised when a guy just dropped 30.
Or you
on
just don't want to say that.
Kendrick Nunn. Kendrick Nunn this year
Okay.
from Miami.
Yeah.
Kendrick Nunn
Hey, bro.
kind of came out of
Walking
nowhere.
bucket. I remember it was a preseason game, and we were not focused on him in the slightest, and he put up like 25 on us, and we just
Mhm.
it didn't look. It wasn't a quiet 25.
Okay.
It was like, all right, I got the ball. All right, 3. Okay, mid range. Okay, to the bucket. Okay, I got it done. I'm like, damn, this is doing everything. That caught me off guard. So next time we played him, I was like, all right, bro, we got to stay aware of this dude because he can get hot quick.
There's no one else though. Even in AAU back in like the Cactus Classic, when you're on Team Jones and all those ones, there's no one out of those games because I watched you guys playing a couple of
busted
those.
me.
I'm not
That,
saying
like,
like
lit us
busted
up.
you, but you were just like surprised by.
Potsy's letting it out right now. He's like, I watched you get busted on.
No,
You ain't gonna bring that
I'm
up?
not saying you
Bring it
got
up.
busted. Oh, John Wall did catch that dirty lob against you guys in high school, but that was
It's
that
John
was expected.
Wall.
That was
It's John
expected. That
Wall,
was
though.
expected at that
Like,
time.
if you didn't, I knew who John Wall was before. Like,
no,
no.
for sure.
I don't know. That's a trick question.
There's so
But-
many players. Like I said though, we've ran into so many players, man. It's like
Oh, bro,
yeah,
it's
I
so
understand.
bad.
I understand.
Okay, what? Take the surprise out of it. Like, who just? It's the worst you ever. Like, yo, like
Yeah, who's somebody
Maybe-
you don't want to lace up against tomorrow?
facts.
it had to be Clay, man. When I
I'm
played
not gonna
Clay
say
as a
anybody.
freshman,
I'll take on anybody.
I mean, I'll definitely
Would I be
play
happy
him.
about it? No, but
No, I definitely would.
Clay Thompson.
I'm not. I wasn't like scared of him, but just when we played him in college, it was just like another. I was a freshman, and it was his last year at WSU, and
What made him
he
so
lit up
tough?
everybody.
What
Yo,
made
he
him
was.
so tough?
He's been a shooter since he was born.
Wait, Terrence, did you guys play them in the first round of the conference tournament? And he had like 40, but they lost.
yeah, he had 45.
Yeah, okay, so I don't know why you're
Yeah.
talking.
Double teamed him, we trapped him, we
No,
blitzed him,
no,
we did
for
everything.
sure. That was the same
We was
year.
having coaches guard him.
He was just one of those dudes that pulled up on the break in college at that time when people just didn't really do that.
Yeah, he didn't.
Yeah.
For Clay, he didn't need a dribble. So
No,
it's
yeah.
like if he gets the ball, and he looks at the rim. It's a good chance it's going up and in.
And he had the
So
ball a
it
lot
was
more.
tough.
Like he dribbled a lot more in college than he does now, which was even scarier. Like he had a
Yeah.
triple double versus us, and that's when I was like, all right, man, this dude's legit.
He's special.
He's legit.
Yeah.
Ooh, it's crazy.
We talk about that all the time about how he can one dribble. Like he can catch the ball, take his one little sidestep, automatic.
He can have 50 points off 11 dribbles. It's wild.
I feel like even with that, he still gets a lot of disrespect because like when we talk about like top shooting guards, like nobody ever says Clay, you know,
because he's a shooter. Because he's a shooter, and when people say top shooting guards, they usually mean like either you're the focal point or you are. I think he's playing with like Hall of Famers, and it's like everybody feels like that makes it easier on you, and it doesn't. But nonetheless, like he's for sure to me like a top 5, top 10.
I mean, he's a Hall of Famer himself, probably. I mean, with that many rings and that shooting ability, he's class. I mean,
he's already cemented that.
Like pure shooting wise, he's got to be up there like all time as number.
Yeah, I think he's second. The only person who's beating him is Steph. Is at this point.
Yeah, probably, no, I think he'll pass Ray.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. It would be like a chase between him and Steph.
Yeah. Especially with the nature of the league now.
They shoot the ball like nothing else. And I don't know. I think Trae Young is, when it's all said and done, is going to do something like ungodly.
Yeah. Trae Young's baby Steph.
Yeah.
No, bro.
It's looking scary.
Trae Young is Trae Young.
No? Yeah, word?
Even with the size.
Everybody thinks that him and Steph play identical because of their shooting ability, which is also like it's unmatched between between them and everybody else. It's unmatched. But he plays different, bro. I don't know. He plays different. Like he'll nutmeg you and hit you with a step back. And I mean, not to say that Steph won't, but I mean, he's not going to pull that out every other possession. I don't know. That kid's special, bro.
He plays like looks like his pickup almost. Like he's just free. He's just hooping.
No, it's like my park, bro. Turn green from the logo.
Yeah, bro.
And that's like the best option for them too. Is just that's the wild part. Like
they're setting up plays for him to hit.
The easiest play you could have came up with, but because it's efficient. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
they're setting up plays for 35-footers. That's crazy.
Yeah, like do like Steph turned into Steph around like year 8, 9. Mm-hmm. This kid's an all-star. He's a starter in an all-star game last year in year 2. So
yeah,
you're right.
Very different. Very, very different. I mean, he's fun. He's fun to watch, man. I'll give him that.
I worry. Like I believe he's going to be. Time will continue to tell, and I hope that he has a really successful career. But then, there are a lot of pundits and guys who look at the size, and like I look at like Isaiah Thomas and like what happened to Isaiah Thomas, and I just feel like I get so heated about that and how he got did by Boston.
How he got treated. Yeah.
I mean, Isaiah Thomas was a bucket. He was getting like 30 points a game. He was averaging like I don't even know what he was averaging in the fourth quarter, but he was
very different. Very different. Isaiah, great scorer, but people don't realize how much of a freak athlete Isaiah is. He's 5'9", and if you just watch his film, like for him to even to there was a time where he was leading the NBA in fourth quarter points. And that's wild, 1. And 2, if you looked at a lot of his buckets, man, he finished at the rim.
Yeah, he in the lane.
Unlike any other 5'9" dude that's ever played basketball. Like he had a way of getting past his man, elevating into a bigger defender, but somehow like shifting his body to where like now he's laying the ball up on this guy's chest pretty much. And I think between that and like, the lift he's getting on his jump shot was wild, man. He was a phenomenal player. And for me, I play with him. So like I felt like I was there at like right when all this started to take place, right when he had that breakout year at UW and he went to the league and he kind of did that 60th pick. Beat out Jimmer and all that. So he's special, man. And when it comes to Trae doesn't use a lot of that athleticism the same way that Isaiah does.
Right.
Like he shoots and he's a great passer and he has a great handle and he uses his quickness to get past you and to shoot. Isaiah, he could do that, but he's also going to try to get it to the front of the rim half the time. So I feel like he put a lot of stress on his body and he was hurt playing through it and that sucks. But I don't know, man. Trae, he could potentially play like this.
You can do this for a while. For
10 plus years, bro.
Yeah.
He could play like this and efficient because 22, 21? Like he's a young kid, bro. I can see him play and there's not like a lot on his body to where he's like, oh, okay, my knees hurt from dunking. Like it's not going to be like that for him. If he can, like shooting is the one thing in the NBA that
it'll keep you around for a long time.
Play forever, bro. So
I love the Steve Nash comp for Trae Young. I don't know if you guys see that, but I love that. I mean, he's much more aggressive than Steve shooting wise, but far as shot selection, style of play, passing ability, I see that comp more so than even the Steph comp.
Nah, for sure. Because Trae, he'll go out there and get a triple double with 40 points, but I don't know, man. Steve's different too, because he in his own way is he's like it's hard to explain because he's so dynamic on the court and he can dissect things before they happen, and he plays at such a high pace that like he could make a guy that averages 6 points average 10 points because he could get him in the right situation to make the game easier. And Trey does that too, but Trey is more of a score first.
Okay.
And not to say that he can't pass because Trey's passing is unreal too. But Steve is like, I'm going to go out here and get 25 assists and 14 points, and then we're going to win the game.
That 7-second offense was built for Steve Nash.
Oh, and it's hard to duplicate.
For sure.
Because he's just his decision making was like it's just elite. You can't do anything with it.
For sure. Well, then let me ask this question for both of you guys. But obviously we're living in an age of a lot of top fives. So I want to know, who are your top 5 in the league?
Steve, you go first.
Top 5 in the league right now. Ooh,
you don't have to.
Right now.
You don't have to put it in order. You don't
in
have to
order.
put it
Just
in
the top 5.
Just 5. The 5 best.
I mean, you got to go. Giannis and LeBron are for sure in there. They're just dominant. And then, man, Steph, James Harden probably. I don't really like to watch James, but he's just it's
the bucket.
It is what it is.
You said Steph top 5?
Curry, yeah, for sure.
Okay.
When he's like, I'm saying when he's healthy, when he's, I mean, those years that he got MVP, those are some of the most.
We're talking about healthy. There's a couple of guys that are not healthy.
You mean healthy or like has?
Are you talking about like right now?
Kevin Durant and
Kevin Durant. I mean, I got to throw Kevin Durant in there for sure. I mean, those 5 probably. Steph, KD, James Harden.
They haven't even played this year, pretty much.
But I mean, he's talking about in the NBA right now, man. Get off my back.
In the NBA right
Based
now.
on,
in the NBA, if they're fully healthy, or you want the people right now in the bubble?
I want the guys that are playing.
All right, so let's make it bubble. Let's make it the bubble.
Top 5.
So let's do bubble 5. Do your bubble 5.
Oh, bubble 5. Go, Terrence. You already just took all the pressure off me, man. In the bubble.
No, come on. No, we're gonna do this. You're gonna go.
Well, then it's Giannis. It's definitely LeBron. Is James Harden. That's 3. Let me think. Who else is? Man, the bubble. Man, there's only 22 teams. Man, you're cutting out some players for me, bro.
Those teams probably don't have many top 5 guys. I'm just throwing that out there.
Think about the other LA.
AD.
Think about the other LA team.
AD. No. Yeah, you're tripping. You're right.
Yeah.
Kawhi.
I was about to be like,
I totally forgot about Kawhi. You're right.
Terrence saw this man like an hour ago.
Yeah, you're right. Definitely Kawhi. He's arguably right there as one of the top, number 1, when he's all firing on all cylinders. But yeah, definitely James, Kawhi, Giannis, LeBron. Who's another one out there?
AD? No AD?
AD, yeah, probably AD.
Yeah,
probably AD. He's just so versatile. He blocks blocks shots, and I mean, a lot of people have him up there for defensive player of the year.
Defensive player, yeah.
So probably those guys. What about you, Terrence? Can't put yourself in there either, man.
Braun. That's in the bubble. Okay, Braun. James Harden.
You have to put Giannis, man. You got to put Giannis.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, Giannis. I'm
and
completely
Kawhi. I mean,
Giannis.
it's kind of the same thing.
It's tough. Top 5 players.
Who else is out there?
Kawhi. And I'm going to try to pick a big on this last one.
Joel Embiid.
What about Jokic?
I was going to say
Jokic.
Skinny Jokic.
Tough.
Skinny Jokic is going to be a problem.
He's playing point guard today,
haven't
just
seen
throwing
it
the ball around. You seen them highlights?
I don't know, man. He's for a guy, he's an anomaly. I don't understand how he is the way he is. Like he's like he started playing basketball pretty late, and then he was just like this big guy just 6 months ago, and now he's like real skinny. But he can dribble, he can pass, and his court vision, he can shoot threes, and he makes these weird off balance jumpers, and it's just like
He has that behind the head shot. He's like,
bro.
and then shot fakes, and everybody falls for it.
bro, you can't guard him.
I
guard
seen
him.
a stat today because he dunked today, and they said that he's got more triple doubles in his career than dunks.
Wow.
As a center, bro.
To fathom that is hard,
So like
man.
now like skinny
It's hard.
Jokic is gonna be getting to the rack though. Like that's crazy.
I remember you hit me after the Denver game one time. You're like, man, this dude, he looks like he just drinks soda and eats like shark gummy worms. And then he had like 30 on me. Like, he's built like that. And I'm like, looks like me,
No,
man.
bro, he's a fun player to watch, bro. Like to watch him. Oh, sorry. Top 5. I'm taking Jokic out.
Disrespectful.
Taking Jokic out.
Okay.
I'm putting Luka in.
Ooh.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Top five.
Sorry, Luka. Sorry, Luka's 5.
Luka.
Okay.
I forgot
Gotcha.
about Luka.
And he's high on that
Cliff,
5. He's
Cliff,
high on that 5.
Cliff.
Well, I don't have any problems with Luka.
Cliff?
I was talking about Dallas as a whole unit.
Wait,
I have
you
no
said
problem.
like okay,
Luka.
wait.
Luka's a
wait.
Yeah,
beast.
y'all jumped on Cliff like he had
Hold
something.
on.
Like
You said
yeah,
bubble
you know.
5 right now. Bubble 5 right now. You have Luka at 5.
He's a
So you
he's
got-
higher.
no, I said he's
higher than
five.
He's higher.
Higher.
He's high on the 5.
High on the 5.
I didn't tell him.
It should have been like Bron, Luka,
Ron Luka.
Giannis, James.
Yeah.
He said
and
Ron
then
Luka.
whoever I said 5. Yeah.
Tell him, Cliff.
Luka.
Cliff
Luka's tough. Luka's tough.
Bro, I'm sorry. I'm a Luka fan, bro.
Cliff has Phoenix beating the Mavs twice.
In what? In NBA Live 2006? Like
Talk to this
Hey,
man.
look.
Talk to
Hey, look. Hey, look. Hey, look. Okay.
Looking at 70 in the Garden.
All right, listen. Okay, listen.
He sent me. Hold on. This man sent me and Tiago a clip of D Book getting a midi fadeaway against Luka the other day, and was like, "See,
Seen that.
they can beat him." And
It's
I was
tough.
like, "Bro, come
Well,
on."
hold Wait. Okay, so before I
Need
get
some
cooked
context.
off the Zoom, before I get messed up off the Zoom, listen. All right, look. So Phoenix and Dallas played once this year or twice this year, and they split. And the one time Phoenix blew them out. I don't perceive Dallas to be that great of a defensive team, nor do I perceive the Suns to be a great defensive team. So to me, style I like Monty Williams' coaching style. Depending on how Porzingis and Luka mesh, which I don't think they were meshing that well during the season because of Luka's style. But I was like, to me, like it's a bubble, like it's in the bubble. Like I'm not gonna bet on a bubble game. I mean, why not? It's 50-50. I mean, who's stopping D Book? But at the same time, who's stopping Luka? Like,
What does it matter, bro? Like if they win all 8 games, are they making it to the playoffs?
No,
never.
they have to have some very key losses.
Yeah, like everybody has to lose. I don't know, bro. I don't know. I'm gonna take. Yeah,
You're gonna take Luka.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Luka and the unicorn.
Yeah.
Oh, I love being on this island. I love it.
My boy Cliff said they go 500 because we went over their schedule last week. So
Why
They
not?
go
Let's play
500
spoiler.
he said they go 500 on the bubble.
Honestly, it's hard right now. It's hard to say anything about any of these teams because
Don't know who's playing from week to week.
of this hiatus, bro. Like I don't know. Like y'all saw Kawhi play today, and it wasn't like he was all the way back to himself.
For sure.
Paul George looked good though.
I'll tell you, who looked good.
Lou
Will.
Will.
Lou
Yeah, I
Will.
seen him hit you with the
Yeah.
shoulder. He hit
We-
you in the rib cage. Was that
Yeah.
a rib cage shot? He did a little.
Absolutely not. Absolutely no.
Just a little
I was
rider.
just
He
like-
rode you. He rode you. That hit you.
No. Trust me. He could be playing against nobody, and that call is going to be called. Like he's going to get that. Oh, damn! Like
He does that
He
every
made a
time.
couple
It's
of them
crazy.
too. Like
It's crazy.
he'll just
man.
like take a dribble and he'll just glide for a little bit, get fouled, and then just flick it up there.
I'm not gonna lie. We were talking about
He's one of the best at drawing fouls. He's one
Me
of
and
the best.
Tiago,
off the dribble.
me and Tiago first ones in this Zoom call, and he was like, "So we can bring up how Lou Will looks really good?" And I was like, "Absolutely not, absolutely not."
Yo, dangerous, bro. Because it was like a quiet 22. He had 22. There was 10-minute quarters, bro, and he comes off the bench.
Oh,
If
yeah,
we were
man.
playing a 12-minute quarter, he would have had like 30.
I mean, you had 14.
tough.
It wasn't. It was pretty quiet. Besides all the N1 threes. I mean, you always get fouled
Yeah,
on
it's-
threes, man. What's up with that?
Oh yeah, they were contesting.
Oh, bro.
They don't even look
Oh,
like
yeah.
fouls to me. I'm just gonna keep it real with you, bro. They just come off the ball screen, dog. And
Oh, you don't see what I'm going through, bro.
I don't see it. He's on your hip.
To
He's
my
pushing your hip.
Not letting me land.
Okay.
Touch my elbows.
Watch the
When is it gonna
elbows.
stop,
Watch
bro?
the
Where does it
elbows.
stop? Where does it stop?
It's hack a T Ross,
I'm tired of it.
hack a
Tired
Shaq
of
no
it.
more. It's hack a T Ross is out here.
I'm getting scratches all over my hands. Oh,
Yeah, man.
and it's quiet in there too, so I'm never gonna miss. It's gonna
That's the other thing. Somebody like I'm watching those dudes shoot. It seems like people are gonna shoot better in that like
So,
high
look,
school
so-
gym setting almost, man. Like
so-
even
so
Vooch
when-
was just dinging them.
So when I was
man.
warming up,
Yeah.
because I shoot with AG right before we go on the court, and I was like, bro, like this rim has like a really. He's like, yo, the back, like the depth perception on this is perfect. Like, because in some arenas, it's hard to tell where the rim is because it's so like deep behind the
so
hoop.
deep.
With this, it's like it's not bad. Like you feel like you're in a high school gym. And so it's not bad. And they made it dope. So like there's screens everywhere. So they're gonna make it so like if somebody gets an and one, it'll be like and one across the screen. Or they had something that said somebody airballs, it's going to be like airball across the screen. So that screen is going to be like your biggest hater and your biggest fan at the same time. So
you were talking about that. You were talking about that earlier. That when I turned it on, I was like, am I on like a Clippers cast right now? Like I thought I turned on the wrong thing, and I was like, dude, it's everywhere said just LA Clippers, made it feel like a home game for sure.
And that's how they're going to do with everything. So I mean, it's
dope.
cool.
That's dope. I mean, you got to try to do it.
Like that whole area has like the court and like the whole setup has like an NBA live vibe to it, where it's just kind of like everything's just cameras and basketball and just NBA players.
Throw it off the screen.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's not great.
That's crazy.
It's pro-am, baby. The rec.
The rec.
We need to get on that. We need to get on that, man.
What's up after this?
Come on.
Don't let us keep y'all, man. Don't let us keep.
No, you're good. You're good.
All right. Well, just this one question. Rookie of the year, Ja or Zion?
Ja. Y'all see him with that dunk? Like earlier today?
Yes, that reverse.
With the hair flowing, like he looked like Prince from Dave Chappelle's show. Just like game blouses. Looked it backwards, like practice over. Like we out of here. Had the flow going. I was like,
man,
he's a freak.
Yeah, he's been playing out of his mind. So hopefully, we'll see if they can lock up that AC. But I mean, I'm kind of rooting for Portland too. But
for Dame, do it for Dame.
I want Dame to go for like 8 games. I want Dame to average like 56.
Nah, see, I want here's what I want. I want them to be at the line for games 7 and 8. Because I want to see Dame.
Oh, so you got to play the way in, huh?
Yeah. Well, I want to see Dame turn on Dame time. Like that's when he's his best. Like if we can all be honest,
it's only 8 games, and he was tripping in the beginning because he was like, "Look, if we don't get a fair chance, I'm not coming." They gave him a fair chance. He's about to be like,
he's locked in.
He got show out.
He locked in.
Oh, bro, he's gonna be pulling up from half court like it's nothing, man. And I'm telling you that depth perception in that court, it feels like
that's what I'm saying.
Real tight, like Drew League. Type feel. So you're gonna be having that confidence, like, yep, three steps behind the 3-point line is going up.
Oh, I'm watching him and CJ all day. Believe that.
Oh, it's going up.
Hey, yo, big ups for y'all for starting this stuff, bro. Like facts. Like we love. I mean, obviously we do this podcast stuff, but we love to hear what athletes and guys have to say because we love to see that other perspective. So thank y'all so much.
Yeah, for sure. Just let us know when y'all want us to come back, bro. We're always down to come on.
Yeah, we'll have you guys on too, man. We'll definitely have you guys on for sure.
Hey, man, that's love, bro. For real. Appreciate it.
I love it. Y'all be easy. Appreciate
Absolutely,
you guys.
We're definitely looking forward to it. Well, that's going to do it for us this week on Triple Overtime. Make sure that you guys check out the TRoss Podcast, available on all platforms. Go show Terrence and Steve, a.k.a. Potsy Madison, some love. And make sure that you guys check us out, obviously, here on Triple Overtime every week for more interviews. We got some great interviews and some more awesome episodes and content coming your way. So be sure to check us out on all platforms and give us a follow on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. So that's it for us this week. We'll see you guys next Monday. Brand new episode.